Okay, this is a work in progress, and you can see the easel. It's part of the solution. And I'll just take you across. The parts that need to be finished still are the spaces in between the photos. So you'll see that there's art inside of art, which is this one, frames inside of a canvas, and there's kind of puzzling shapes here. See how those are connected to make kind of a interesting figure in there, some interesting shapes. Then of course I had the digital overlay. This is the 100 frames, 100 shot frames, and I loaded that photo onto there. Unfortunately, I can't get it to do the slideshow. It's staying on the one, which is fine, but I did have it also, I did load on some other artworks, so that there was an osprey and a couple of others, so that again it would be art within art within art kind of idea. And then you can see the transparencies of the whites against the light. It's kind of dusk right now, so it's not shining quite so bright, but that makes for a lot of interesting grays and a lot of texture and dimensions with the fabrics, because it's kind of an organza overlay. And then here's the work here, and across from it is the old style kind of pictures right there. And then my favorite part here, oh, besides the embroidery thread that was woven in way back to give it yet another layer of texturing, is this one. This is the Morpho program, everybody knows it. So you can actually unhook this off here, and you can change and make any face you want. And then I'm also gonna have a watercolor option, possibly acrylic option. And this one, if you all know the Orpho program, which you probably do, you can just push play. It says good evening, and you can make it talk. So that's really fun. That's a little interactive for you, so you can unclip it and make any face you want. So I think that's fun for people, because I always try to make my art a little interactive. And it's called I, and it's sideways, which doesn't mean me. It means more than that. But of course, there's always a little piece of the artist here. So hopefully you can see this little creation up there, and the way it all flows, and sculptures, the fabrics. And the last overlay is going to be the acrylic paints, because I haven't put those in yet. Oh, and I did this lovely little rip here so that the light shines in, Leonard Cohen-ish. Look at that one too, a little bit there. Just, oh, I really like those. Yeah, and then I had to sculpt all the pictures in papers so that they would add an extra dimension. And then there's a couple of coins here. Good old Canadian maple leaf. What? Oops, sorry, I almost knocked something over. And then it has a little skirt rim, and I use no space here. That's actually, I thought that was really cool, to go beyond the canvas and actually make a hole there to make it part of the skirt. So, and on this side, this is the coloring on this side of the skirt. Whatever's in the hole there. Love that. Anyway, yeah, that's just paper clips. But again, I still have to paint along here and do a lacing kind of texture of painting. This is all gonna just stay white because it's going to have light shining through it. So I don't really intend to move that unless I put something behind it, which might be interesting. Oh, like that. Yeah, I might shadow it rather than put paint on it. So there you go. This is the work in progress. This has taken hours and 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 hours. Did I say hours? Yeah. Until I was getting a little cabin fever and had to go running because it was taking a lot of concentration. But I'm lucky because I have a very quiet space to work, so I'm really, really fortunate. So I'm not complaining, and I can concentrate for long hours, and I can make a big mess and then clean it all up. And nobody's here during my work period, so I'm really fortunate. Right? So I'll probably put the little piano behind this, possibly, and I'll use Morpho, that app, to change up the face. That was just a quick one. I had that one already in my stock of Morpho faces, so I just added some hair and a little makeup, and the oranges and yellows kind of match. But certainly that's just a quick one. I'll put a better one up there, and I am going to also do an acrylic portrait of a face that's going to go up there too. So that's the changeable part and the interactive part for you, the people that like to come and see the art. Hopefully maybe I'll put this somewhere. Maybe it'll stand up in a coffee shop or something and people can have some fun playing with it. And I'm really interested in their perspectives around meaning. You can see some of the pictures are from Toronto. There's the ice storm. You know that one. There's the fishtail from Nepal. There's lake encounters. The old-fashioned. There's Dubai. So a little bit of everything. There's Toronto. You might recognize that. So lots for you to see, and there's a bit of a world there. Look at that in glass. Interesting. I hope you like it. I'm not finished yet, though. Still a lot more to do. All right, I have secured a few alterations today. One thing was a repositioning of my furniture. So, whoa, this lens is really a mess. Look at that. Just a minute. I just have to clean that lens. Hold on. Hold on. Just wait. Can't see anything. Okay. Just get that cleaned off there. There you go. Okay. So, it was on the easel, as you know, and this was in my music room. So I changed this around and put a few things here for the design. This is the old brass bed, as I told you. And then it has a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sari fabric, which I really love. And now I'm using the full light, hopefully you can see, to integrate with the canvas. I've really actually used very little paint. It's the nature of things, isn't it? And my only conflict now is this was plugged in, had a dad with a child bicycling. You don't have an outlet close by, but I do need the sunlight in order to get the full effect. You can see how the greens are backing up the white of the canvas, and then I underlaid it with some beautiful laces. The fabric, because it's sheer, has all kinds of grays and integrity and sculpturing going on with all this light. Oh, loving it. Loving it. Can you tell? It's a lot of work. I'm tired. But it's great. Fun. Great. I'm working on the head, as you know, and I want to be able to have variety there and interactive, because this is the every woman. Or sideways eye, as well as modern. So I tried to fit it in, and of course, fabric features huge. And then there's the plug-in. Yeah, plug her in. AI. Oh, did I say that a little lie? So I'm not really pro about that, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be included in the definition of women. I'm also reading currently. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Shit. Whoa. That was. That just broke. Okay, I guess I'll be cleaning that together. I'm currently, I was just about to say, reading Jeffrey's book. Let me see. Let me go get it. Hold on. It's this one. It's The Wedding of Sophia, Jeffrey Raff, PhD, and it talks about the psychodal alchemy, our spirituality involved in feminine aspect of things. There's also a masculine aspect to it, and it's really quite interesting. So I'll read you a bit of the back. Jeffrey Ruff, author of the acclaimed Jung and the Alchemical Imagination, continues his teachings in psychoidal alchemy. It's an in-depth look at the feminine aspect of the divine and the pivotal role of love and wisdom in our spiritual evolution. So I just wanted to share that with you. And this is what I'm reading a little bit of and critiquing, adding a perspective while I'm making this design. Started this yesterday, got it at the Attic Bookstore in London, which has all these fabulous gems. The Attic Bookstore has all these fabulous gems there. I so love going there because you can just get lost. I did go to the occult section, but it's not really that occultish. So just so you don't get all scared, what's she reading? I'm just trying to expand the idea of what it is to be feminine, exploring identity. That's why the eye sideways from that perspective, because I have no idea what it is like to be a man. So I didn't think I could really comment on that. I have a vague idea because, you know, I had a husband and I have a son and I have friends that are male. But I think really I can speak easier from here, hopefully. So I hope you like it. Yes, I am still working on the head and it will not be headless. Here's what I'm doing here on the head. So I'm just working away. Oh, let me just take Espanol. Oh, lovely. Oh, I love languages. Just take this off so you can see a little bit easier. And I have to hook it on. Look at that. Isn't it cool? I have to hook it. Oh, sorry. You want to see my bed. So that I can actually take it on and off. And then I showed you already, I'm going to be able to put my iPad up there as well with the Morpho app. I told you about that. Ooh, this is really cool right now. Ooh, look at that. And I'm also going to do a proper acrylic face, which I haven't done before, so I'm going to have to practice a bit. Watercolor is easy, but in sketching. I might even do a sketch face so that you get to interact and put which head you want on there, depending, because I think the face is pretty much everything. And it's like kind of playing with dolls, but not. A new age way of adults playing with dolls, it's not. It's more art installation. But maybe it does come from my playing with doll days. This whole need to socialize the feminine persona. Anyway, and broaden it. So there, I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's hard work. I'm a bit tired, but it's fun. Okay. I'll show you the finished product. All right, so here's some of the concepts for the thematic that you might come across when you're looking at this. So the idea of, which I learned from Australia, physical culture, which means motion and movement as it pertains to womanhood, fabrics, social fabrics, AI, mirroring, reflecting. Let's see. There's also jewelry on presses, of course, an element of the sexual and how that relates to women, broad sense of the word. I still need to bring a little lace up on this dimension so that it follows right across. And that will finish off that little spot there. And then, of course, always relating to nature. So there's ducks, there's trees, there's birds, botanicals, there's domesticated cow. And I told you already, vintage, international, Dubai, India, Asia, North America, South America. So just all over. Hoping to keep this woman very broad. And of course, there's also the suggestion that, you know, she could be a man, I don't mind, and turn to a woman, transgender issue, but I'm not jumping on that bandwagon because everybody's on there, and I know that that's a possibility because I'm certainly not against anyone who chooses that because it's free choice. And so that would be when you would choose a different face to put on there, different style of face, but it's all really, whoa, wait, oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. So there's pretty much everything. And then, of course, I showed you the threading through, water flowing, the idea of flow, heart, of course. There's the little tree there. Oh, my. It'd be cool to put a little heart right there. Neat. Ah. Huh. And then there's some coinage, Oriental, also Canadian maple leaf. Lots. Toronto features here. A few words, of course, us, and you know, lots for you to think about. Take your time. Yep. Okay. And the element of the spiritual. This time too. The grand design, which no one really knows. I mean, well, actually, we do have religions that have attempted to define that, and that's fine, of course. Because, you know, it's freedom of belief systems, as long as the belief system is not hurting us as perfect humans, then it's all fine. Yeah. Okay, we like all that. Okay, well, I'm tired. And, oh, don't you love the way this came out onto the space? So this is the color integrating in. Melding, blending fabrics, so many fusions and mosaics. Oh, and I love that upside down rendition now. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep it just like that. AI. In terms of genre, of course, this would be surrealism, unless we can invent something else. I like the word alternate. I keep using that for everything. I may need another term. It's definitely not impressionistic or realism. That's for modernism. Sure, we can do that. Definitely not cubism. Could be modernism. It is pretty surreal. How about mega surreal? Mega real. There we go. Mega real. We're all about mega cities and mega data, right? Yes, mega real. Mega realism. That's what this is. It's mega realism. Perfect. Thank you. One last ad. Medusa. Link to mythology and the dark side. There's lots of light to them. Whoa! Shit. I'm gonna have to glue that on better. Sorry. Oh, did I swear? I'm sorry. Sorry. I love the way this space has been left here, so your eye has to suggest that there's a foot in there. I could actually draw it in, but I'd rather just leave the form. Cool. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'll get this back on for the Medusa tie-in. Women of mythology.